epic tale can now be told.
Wow.
Brass boobies, as only Apex Comics can bring them to you. Only on
One more,
Indiegogo.
just one more. I gotta do one more. Only one more. Where is it? God dang it, where is it? Yeah, here we go. Well, howdy, hey there, everybody. Yes, welcome. Yes, this looks like the Rex Hex Apex show, but not really. We just want to give our friend HexAllen Comics. This is the last week of Nephilim Squadron, Volume 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now we have a special guest. You have a special guest already set up for the next Rex X and Apex, which you'll be hosting, don't you?
Yes, I'll be hosting November 25th, 11 a.m. Central, 12 noon Eastern, or 9 a.m. Pacific. We'll have the film director extraordinaire Horror Mike will be on Rex X and Apex. Horror Mike. This guy is a great channel.
That's great. He's
always fun. Yes, he's a great guy to talk to. Interesting stories.
Knows movies, knows comics. What else?
God, yeah. Oh, yes. The important stuff.
Except some Nephilim Squadron.
Yeah. I don't know if Horror Mike's seen Nephilim Squadron. I'm not sure if he has.
Well, it's not horror, so maybe he wouldn't be that interested.
Right, it's maybe space. A little
but
bit
he
of horror
loves
and
comics,
space.
and
there's some horrible things that happen in it.
Yeah, horrible things happen in
you
Nephilim
probably
Squadron.
like it.
Yeah, you just might.
HexAllen is a one-man show. He colors, he pencils, he inks, he letters, he does the whole 9 yards.
No, for now.
Yeah.
For now.
Takes a while.
Well, I mean, there's very few people out there that do everything like you and Apex and.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it can be a nightmare. I mean, it's fun, but for the next one, I gotta employ some help because it's just nerve wracking. Not a nightmare,
I know on the
first, it can be nerve wracking to do.
I know on the
himself.
first Lucent, Michael Bancroft did it all himself. Is he doing his second book that way, or is he elicited some help?
I think he's done it all himself on the second book.
Yeah, except for the lettering.
So I think he hired a letterer for his second book.
Probably Eric Weathers, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Eric did that.
Yeah. I can hire the best.
Yeah, I recently had Eric Weathers on my stream, and I was talking to him about the next Nephilim Squadron book, and I was telling him that I wanted to have the lettering be just so, but I didn't want to tell him how to do it, so that's why I did the first one myself. But for the next one, we can talk.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about it for the next one, so I can have some lettering help, and I was trying to stylize the lettering so it's just not the bog standard, comic lettering that everyone sees. But I also didn't want it to be like manga lettering either.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
I didn't know that there was a difference.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, you know how like manga lettering they have a lot of white space in the balloons. Or they'll have like action balloons, action speaking balloons. They're like,
yeah, they're kind of going static like this.
Really big.
Yeah.
A lot of white space, and it takes up.
That's true. I never thought about that. Yeah. You're doing manga. Imagine if Joe Ball, he's doing his death. He's drawing it comic book style plus manga style. And he's going. I'm sure he may employ some manga lettering in his book. What do you think?
But does it look manga to you? The artwork that I've seen from Death does not look manga, does it? Looks very
slightly.
detailed. Is it slightly?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, it's slightly. I mean, it's not.
Okay, the stuff I've seen,
slightly.
which he posts from time to time, just look like standard Western. But I guess there might be a little influence there, huh?
Like a little bit of a twist.
Yeah, I can see an influence, but I wouldn't call it a straight up manga.
So he's drawing it all two different versions.
Plus, he's not Japanese either. It's not really manga, if you're not. In my opinion.
We'll have to
take up a lot of space with your word balloons and your action balloons, and waste a lot of space, and give you if we drew our comics that way, we could put out 6 or 7 a year.
Oh yeah. And there's a lot of decompressed storytelling.
That's true.
Especially stuff like Dragon Ball Z, where the fights go on for like volumes, like one fight or something.
8 volumes, they're all fighting.
Yeah. All the same.
Is that like John Carpenter's Them?
Yeah, they live
where they fight in the alley for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That
was a good fight though.
Yeah, I recently watched that again.
Yeah, but how interesting is that? Unless it's a knockdown, drag out fight with people like,
and especially if you don't expect
going at it.
Yeah, but he had to convince Keith David. Like, look, I see these people are different. Where are these glasses? And he looks at him like, oh, then the fight stops right there. You put those shades on, you can see these people.
Well, even Abigail had to arrive for Nephilim Squadron.
Yeah,
she had to. She was interested in saying, "What's going on, man?"
Yeah,
Nephilim Squadron's finally closing out.
Abigail.
What the hell?
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Say it's not true. Is this the end of Nephilim Squadron?
Could it be?
Hex says nay.
Hey,
is not.
Nay.
And I've been advertising that it's going to be gone forever.
Yeah.
But that's just a marketing ploy. Right near where I live, there's this furniture store.
Mm-hmm.
For the past 10 years, this furniture store,
we had to go to the furniture
sign painted on it that says "going out of business." They're not going out of business.
I suspect we will never get Nephilim Squadron because Hex has contracted leprosy. If you look at his hand,
look at his calamine.
He's got calamine lotion all over because the mosquitoes have been horrible in California. Are they the size of pterodactyls out there? Is that it?
No, I would say they're just average
small
size.
And irritating.
There's a plot for your next book hit. Nephilim Squadron, Attack of the Giant Mosquitoes. Invading Earth. What do you think?
Yeah, that I like the strange flying creatures. So
that sounds like some Gable Penny shot trickery with Mr. Muck. He's always killing for ideas for that.
Yeah, he has some great ideas. That Gable Penny shot. Gotta hand it.
He does. He really does. Yeah, he kind of does some editing jobs, and he does lettering, I think.
Yeah,
does he now?
I think he lettered Mr. Muck. The second story.
Now Rick from Cross Comics, he's a pretty good inker. He did Melvin 3.
Yeah.
Main story on Melvin 3, and it actually looked
good.
Out of this world. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was quite impressed.
Big time.
A lot of talent out there.
It really is.
Always leveling up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is the secret to work every day at it? I guess.
It is. You have to chip away at it till its sculpture is finished. To bring it out to the world. Are you going to pull it?
Do we have the trailer for Nephilim Squadron?
Yeah, where's the trailer?
Or is it gone forever?
Oh, do you want me to share it?
Yeah, go ahead. Share it.
He's
waiting on you.
Trying to hit the enter button, but he's got leprosy and his finger fell off.
It's a bit soon. Should I show it now? Should I hide it from the world to the last minute?
No time like the present.
Yeah, here's the old
let's see
old
the old
trailer.
Hey, you sci-fi fan. Are you finally ready to have your head explode? Never before seen sci-fi action. A strange new world. Exotic technology. Kick-ass characters. And a story that will turn your mind inside out. Nephilim Squadron, Volume 1. Available now on Indiegogo.
Hex, on your spaceship designs, where were you influenced? Was it Star Trek? Was it Farscape? Was it just out of your head? What were your influences for your spaceships that are shown?
This one, hell.
It kind of more of like I was kind of going for like an Egyptian scarab sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
You know,
all right. So
kind of like how it's like, contoured and smooth.
Right. Yeah.
Almost like a beetle, sort of like a but fly.
But fly.
Yeah,
I guess it
gives it an organic quality because there's no hard angles.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no rivets because it's so far in the future, and I would think the technology for whatever they're using, outside of titanium for space travel. I know it would be like.
And what year is this set in? How far in the future is it?
In 700 years in the future.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 2778.
Life has really changed.
2778. So it takes place in the 70s.
There you go.
It didn't take place 1980 like UFO.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey.
Hello, Smoking Wraith. How are you?
Hey, Smoking Wraith.
Well, let's show your campaign here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Gotta stop sharing campaign, however that works.
There it is.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Yes, see the goodies.
Oh wait, there we go.
So if I were to go on this page,
it's closing out on the 18th.
Yeah,
November 18th is the last day. It'll be shutting down.
The 18th is the last. Well, like all day. I'll be streaming all day, or trying to stream all day. Saturday, the 18th, until midnight, and that's when I'm shutting it down on. Well, officially, it's shut down on the 19th, but the 18th is the closing out day.
Right. It takes a little while for some of these campaigns to shut down after you've hit the stop button. Actually, I got in on Superiors, like after he had already closed it, but it was still up. So
that's great.
Good timing. Got right in on the end of it.
I read it today. It's really good.
Did you?
I'm
writing on it, so maybe I'll get on, here pretty soon.
Yeah,
but the thing that I got good. Yeah. The last thing I got was the Fembat book from you and my birthday, a belated birthday present. I appreciate that. Now I have something to read.
That's right.
But now you can have something to read too. It's available now for a few more days. Never to be seen again, according to Hex. 36 pages online right now. You can read 36 pages right now.
Closing of scores. You better get it.
Yeah,
today.
and if you've already backed it, people out there, if you already backed it, check your inboxes because I sent you a link where you can view it right now. That first 36 pages or the first issue, aka the first issue. Yeah.
All right.
Check your spam and your junk folders.
Yes. Make sure you don't erase them. It's really important to read those pages.
Yeah. And there's a
I
different
really-
video for that.
I really tried to put in a good word for you when I and Apex were talking to Steve Root. I was like, yeah, you'd like Nephilim Squadron. It's right in your wheelhouse. Do him a cover.
Yeah.
Because he likes
You
the
didn't say
sci-fi.
that.
Huh?
No way, really.
I did. You were right there in the chat. Don't you remember that?
Maybe I was just too starstruck to
Yeah, you asked
what you were
Steve
saying.
Root if he'd do you a cover in the
Yeah.
chat, and I said,
Great.
"Oh yeah, Steve, you'd really like Nephilim Squadron. It's sci-fi. It's
Oh.
right in your wheelhouse." And he
I
was like,
remember now.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for that. I remember now.
"Oh no, I was trying to play it up, because I think he'd do a great cover for you. Not that you don't already have a great cover by Dan the BoobDan Pleagle
Oh yes. There you go.
on the
Yes.
campaign.
There it is.
There it
That's
is.
what I
Cover.
In all its glory. No mistaking those flotilla
assumed.
on that one character.
Yeah.
Oh. And right now I'm working on some new promotional material that's different from what I've been dropping lately.
Okay.
Let me give you a little sneak peek of this.
Yeah, man.
Where did you meet
Real quick.
BoobDan? Because you were early on to get him to do you a cover before he even launched Goblin Girl. You've known him a while, haven't you?
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
What's that?
sweet.
Hey, who's this? Is that part
Look,
of the
she's holding a duck. Oh,
yeah.
Did she draw this?
Yeah.
That's good.
That's awesome.
That's
That
interesting.
kind of reminds me of like Dave Cockrum's some of the costumes he did in the 70s for the Legion of Superheroes.
Kind of does. Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
look to it.
He did some different
this
things
guy.
with his
Who is this guy?
like that. That's different.
Yeah, this is one of Seton Kokar's personal guards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see them at the end of the first issue, that black and white issue that you have.
Oh,
yeah.
so you've been lying all along. There is more to come.
A lot more.
Okay.
Too much.
Yeah.
This is interesting. Little sneak peek.
Yeah, and
Wow.
just part of some promotional art that I'm gonna hopefully drop tonight for the last few days, just to
entice people to
this
buy.
last push.
Last push for the end.
Yeah, before I go away for a little while to finish the book. I mean, I won't be totally away. I'll still be
One of
doing
you
Rex
guys
Hex
want to
Make.
drop the link in the chat in case somebody wants to back it?
Yeah. Please do.
Yeah.
In fact, I have it right here. Here's the link.
Oh, you have it in there in the chat already?
Right here. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
I'm not seeing it in the chat.
It's in there.
It's in there? Okay. Do you
It's
have
in
it
there.
pinned? Is that it?
I don't have
I'm
a
not seeing
pen. Oh, you
I don't know
know.
why.
I got
I'm
it.
not seeing it. There we go. Dropped it again.
I thought I
Thank
wouldn't have to be doing all the work here since I'm not hosting the.
Pin user. What? No. The fuck?
Now, this is the main cover right here, right?
Oh no, this is the cover for the preview version of issue 1.
For the
That's
preview.
in black and white.
Right.
There it is.
Yeah, and you can also get
Now,
this
see,
as an
in my
add-on.
mind, there's some confusion. You had a preview issue, which is offered
Yeah.
on this campaign, correct?
Yeah,
then-
as an add-on.
Which was
this
the
one right
first chapter.
here. That was the first
And that-
campaign.
So your first campaign. Okay. So this,
Yeah.
the second campaign, this the complete story,
Mm-hmm.
right? But now you offer the
Or-
first chapter on this campaign too, don't you? Or is that gone?
yeah, it's this one. It's an add-on.
It is
Oh,
on
right.
there. Okay. All right.
Right,
Okay,
this
great.
one, the green cover with
All right.
it's grayscale inside.
Nice.
But this main
And
one,
that's in black. That's in black and white and grayscale, right? As opposed to this here in full color.
yeah, that's right.
So you can compare and do the difference.
And yeah, there is quite a big difference too. There's in that black and white version, it's missing some art elements, and some of the dialogue has been changed around for the final color version.
Oh, okay. Did a little tweaking on it.
Yeah, a little more editing.
Yeah. Yeah, I found one you could say a yes or no, go either way on it. Actually, Ryan James found a error in the spelling of a word on my ash can, so I had to change that myself. It happened.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And I had several people look at it, but just goes to show you, no matter how many people you have look at it, yeah, you can miss it.
Good. So I gotta have good editors, proofreaders, editors. Look at your stuff.
So you
A
have your
fresh set of
down to
eyes.
earth featured tier, down to earth.
Ooh, cool.
Includes the HexAllen cover, the holodeck, a bookmark,
yeah.
a collector's
Holodeck,
pin, a sticker, and all unlocked stretch goals.
Oh, that's cool.
And have there been any stretch goals unlocked
No,
so far?
Oh no, dadgummit.
no. I'm just asking.
But you
I was
can
just
get
asking for a
Nephilim's-
meager $5,000 to.
Well,
unlock.
you're pretty darn close. $4,525. 91 backers, so close to 100 backers.
Yeah.
You can get a PDF holodeck. What's in the PDF holodeck? Digital PDF of this.
That is
What's all included in
it's a PDF of the whole book of volume 1.
Okay.
And the online version that you can flip through, through my website. Oh, let me show you that.
Okay.
That's the newer trailer.
And we're talking
Which,
80
people can-
action-packed sci-fi fantasy epic pages, aren't we?
Probably about 60 boring people sitting around drinking coffee pages.
Oh,
and
about
then
60. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you cut?
Yeah.
Did you
Even
actually
the
cut
sitting
the
around-
page count?
Even the sitting around parts are going to be interesting.
Did you actually cut the page count down from 80 pages?
Oh,
What's
shoot, I
that?
look at this. Dance
Oh,
in my
that's the
deep
page
dance.
Oh wow.
Oh, look at
Hell,
there.
It's the white nipple.
Two
There he goes. There he is.
nipples.
Hi there, Dan. Hello, friend.
Hey, Black Hat.
Hello.
Howdy do.
Howdy do.
Did Hockey get?
Yeah, Hockey's is he still here? I think he's still
I
in
don't know, is he?
He
California.
left. Yeah, I was
Oh.
wondering if he got off. Hey, Word Wizard Infinity.
Hey, Black Hat. Hey, all right.
Hi. Hey, Black Hat. Infinity. Yeah, so this is the one you can look at on your phone, tablet, anywhere you go. It's like it's a flip book version.
Oh, that's cool.
Through a program that I paid for. Just for you, and it comes with every tier, any physical tier, digital tier. That is the digital tier plus the PDF.
And you can pick up sketch cards for $23 on it.
Oh
Wow.
yeah,
There you go.
Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
How do I stop that?
Okay. All right. Yes, look at the BoobDan cover. Wow.
Yes, you can
Oh,
get
yeah.
that for $30 on the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
I bought that one.
Stare at it.
Did some great work.
Now that's the
Dan-
Milky Way variant.
Yeah.
How's it going,
you've
Dan?
known Hex for a while, haven't you?
Is he muted?
He's muted. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, can't
Oh.
hear a damn word.
Oh well, I
Can't hear
ask these questions just in case they're not gone to the bathroom or getting a drink.
Probably.
If I'd known that it was going to be such a difficult stream, I really would have gotten myself a drink. Jeez. I'm kidding, folks. I'm kidding.
See,
That's an interest. Did you color? You colored?
poster.
You did the coloring on this cover, Hex?
Yeah,
Sure.
these are not the final colors. No,
Oh, they're
Didn't have
not.
anything to say.
Okay.
no.
Oh. PBR Street Gang. Ew.
Yeah, and Dan, he just went ahead and made this image, and
That's good.
I asked him if I could use it as a cover.
Nice.
And I said yes.
That's great. That's awesome, Dan.
Dan, how did you meet HexAllen? When was that? I mean, you did
geez.
this cover a while back, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah,
To be honest, I don't remember.
It was maybe Twitter, just through Twitter. I don't know,
Was it?
or through
Definitely met on the stream, I think.
maybe
Maybe on Red
It
Valkyries.
was definitely before you.
I think you guys did meet at Red Valkyrie. I remember you and his Hex and you. Yeah.
And Jason.
And the other guys. And of
Yeah.
course,
Yeah.
Shelby and all those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's where it happened out.
Yeah, that could have been.
Well, thank
saw
you for
you-
accepting me. And,
Well, you were a kindred spirit of the things that you.
yes, which is like
I think his audio might have cut out. I don't know.
diversity, inclusion,
Still
and
there, Dan?
equity. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
these
here.
are the
Hell,
things-
you-
Okay.
These are the things.
Did
White power.
hockey get off to the airport okay?
Oh,
Was hockey
I'm gonna say
visited
yes.
you recently from
Yeah.
Australia? I'm gonna say yes too. Maybe it blew up on the runway. We'll never know.
I know.
You know, I kinda get-
wasn't able to
Hockey's
make.
still here.
You still here?
Oh, he's still
They can't
there.
hear you.
Okay.
It's cut out again.
Hey, hockey.
Really?
Yeah, we
I
can.
might have to
Hey,
go in the house.
Hey,
There's
okay.
I might have to go in the house. This is really I'm getting cut out pretty bad. I got
Oh. How can you like
Well, good. Hockey's
show
still in the
yourselves,
USSA.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
USSA.
USSA.
Man.
in
He's
got
in
that.
California.
Yeah,
California.
That's where you are, Hex.
Mm-hmm.
Now
I'm
you
about
missed
an-
the barbecue over at Dillard's, didn't you?
Yeah, I missed it this time. Yeah.
Oh man.
I was there
Yeah.
the first time.
Yeah. I heard Jason
Unfortunately.
Bascom, Quaff, Dan,
I know, Jason was here.
Hockey.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. Heck,
Bloody
what a
hell.
So what'd you guys eat at the barbecue? What'd they serve you?
well. I heard Quaff ate all the corn
Really?
that Dillard's wife made. You know, so
Oh, okay.
he'll be on the
Yeah.
crapper for a day or two.
Oh my lord.
You know,
Uh,
Oh. Dan had to go. Okay.
well,
oh,
he probably
He
You
boots
probably
guys
out.
dropped
can come
out.
back.
I'm sure he'll come back. He's just
You
having
come back.
difficulty.
You come back if you
Hey,
want.
if hockey's staying with you, you know you're going to have difficulties.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Yes. That's awesome with Dan showing up. That's cool. What a guy. What a guy. Now, you
PBR
have,
Street Gang in the
great
house.
artist.
And he.
Hey. That's
hey,
right.
oh, hey.
Like Hat Cinefire says,
Yeah, who
I
did
was
the
here when
artwork to
you-
this? This is pretty good.
Didn't have me.
Me, I did that. I did that.
Da-da. And
Let's try this again.
Returned.
There you
BoobDan. BoobDan art.
I think I'm in the
Dan,
proper. location now.
Did you both enjoy the barbecue
Yeah,
when they get together?
Would you-
Yeah.
What'd you
Dillard
have to
makes
eat,
really good food.
Dan? Oh.
Yeah. What did he grill up? What did you have? Hot dogs, burgers, steaks,
It was beef.
beef.
Ooh,
It was beef. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
It was dog on a hook.
There's no internet out there, so in the tiki.
In the tiki. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my studio space here. That has no.
I want to
connection.
know where you scored the candy corn taffy.
That's at Knott's Berry Farm.
Oh,
That's
was
very
it?
fun.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. My
Yeah.
wife used to be a dancer out there. My ex-wife.
Really?
Oh, really?
She lived out of Orange County for a long time.
like in one of those shows, like the stage show.
The stage dancers, like
The
Like
Can
a
Can
on
Girls.
that show. Yeah.
The
Oh,
old
I
west.
don't know. She was, doing her thing long before I met her.
Mm.
Right.
I've never ever been to Knoxberry Farm.
Oh no.
Once it's back in
But so you're not going to make it to Disneyland, are you?
No, can't. It's a lot of rain right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right.
Is it raining where you're
Disneyland's
at?
way
Hex?
expensive now.
Yeah.
What's
Like
that?
what?
We were saying
What's
it was way expensive.
Yeah,
Yes.
Disneyland nowadays.
What's the
It's
ticket
very
price
expensive.
there?
And I can think
I
probably
think
about
we were looking it
$75
up.
a
It's
day.
somewhere between $160 to like $120.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
That's crazy. I can think of
Trying to
better
weed out the
money.
riffraff.
I'd rather buy Nephilim Squadron or something like that than
Mhm.
hell. You
Yeah,
could buy several Nephilim Squadron for that.
Well,
All the
$125.
variants.
You could. You buy everything on the lot and more.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Yeah, and the experience stays with you. It's not like a fleeting.
If I had $125, what would I buy? What would you buy, Dan, if you had $125 on this campaign? What would you buy on this campaign?
For $125?
Yeah.
Hmm,
I don't know. I mean, you have to buy a lot of stuff, I would think, wouldn't you?
maybe this one.
Was there a tier for
Dimensional
125?
tier,
Yeah.
all
There you
three
go.
coverage, a sketch card, and
And you'd
all the
still leave with taco money.
Yes, you
Yeah.
would talk on it. That's a great deal. Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
your favorite
Oh,
taco
man.
place, Dan, to go to out there?
I don't know, either Alberto's or we went to King Taco tonight.
Ooh,
Oh, you
what'd
did? Okay.
What did you have to
Yeah.
eat there?
Well, I had 3 El Pastor tacos, and I had
Wow.
a beef tamale, and I had a bag of chips with 8-ounce guacamole.
Hell
Mm.
yeah. That sounds grubby.
Bag of chips. Yeah.
Dan, are you aware of Tito's Tacos?
I've heard of them.
Yeah, that it's a like a taco stand. There's only one of them, but it's very popular, and they used to have rather reasonable prices, but after the pandemic, I went
They're
there.
crazy expensive.
It's freaking $12 for a burrito.
Wow,
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
that is a lot.
Yeah.
I still get
Insane.
burritos for like $5.
Mm.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
That's
and I
pretty
usually
good
can't
for
finish them.
California.
That must be
Yeah.
pretty big.
Oh, they're that big. Okay.
Big
They're big. They're like I think they're like a pound or half pound. I can't remember which.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
dang.
Pretty heavy.
They're big though. They're as big around as the end of a baseball bat,
Holy mackerel.
and
Wow.
they're about 8 inches long.
Oh, wait,
It's
let
a
me
big burrito.
That's what she said.
measure comparatively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be like
Heck,
2
fucking out
meals
of the burrito.
for me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally
I
2
imagine
meals.
through your treatments and stuff, you're probably eating less, right? You don't have a lot of appetite sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, but I try to eat
Yeah.
just whatever I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you lost weight?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
I've lost like 60 pounds, I think, or something.
Oh wow!
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, if you can pack on a couple burritos, I think you'll be doing pretty good.
Yeah,
You might
man,
gain some of that back.
$5 burritos. Hit them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a five. You get a
Yeah, they're like $5.
inch burrito.
They're like four
For
something.
$5.
That's
Wow.
that's in California even.
That's
They
good.
got
That's Alberto's.
Oh
That's
yeah.
Alberto's.
That's a
burrito.
hefty. That's a hefty.
is.
But and when I say burrito, I'm eating. It's just bean and cheese
Okay.
because that's what I like. A
Yeah,
bean and cheese.
That's kind of what I like. I like bean and cheese.
I like a
Yeah,
little bit of meat in there. That's just me.
yeah, I'll eat one of those every now and then.
Black Cat says, there was a time when I was somebody's only viewer for a longer time while not chatting, and they said, "Who's here?" And I didn't answer.
Black Hat's working on his own comic. He's probably
hilarious.
drawing on pages right now.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just like watching TV, you know.
Yeah. That's why I was reading my YouTube studio comments, and Black Hat was there. He said he found a cache of old 20-cent comics at 20-cent prices. It was like an existing area of his house, but he's having some problems with his like sinkholes. His house is like sinking for some reason. So,
Oh my god!
I'll reach out to him, see if he needs help from the community. Just let us know how we can help him. So yeah, give him.
So his house is disappearing.
Yeah, that's according to what Black Cat was telling me in the comments section. I was like, wow.
So is he getting all this? Is he getting all this stuff out or what?
A lot of
I
water
don't know. I
damage
mean,
and stuff.
yeah, I'm assuming he is. He has like wires up in his house and he's trying to survive in there. I'm like, damn.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I don't know where he lives, but I don't know, you think California somewhere or middle of the U.S.? I have no idea.
There's not a lot of sinkhole stuff like that in California.
Says I need to get rich before my house kills me. Oh man, that is major. Yeah, Black Hat.
It's
Yeah,
like that
please
movie
let us
house.
know how we can help you. Like maybe set up an auction for you, or maybe a GoFundMe page. Just let us know, man. Yeah. It's a good way
Dan,
to
have you
build our-
decided whether to go with your to work on your kaiju project some more?
I honestly, I don't know right now. I keep going back and forth. Like so many people keep doing stuff. Like you got Pedro doing waifus and kaijus, and I just like
disrepair. I can't.
My instinct is always if somebody's doing something, and it's like even 20% close to what I'm doing, I go the other direction and come back when that shit's already done.
Yeah.
I just don't want to have to
I've seen
going,
them.
oh, this is just like this. So
Yeah, Frankie B did a Kickstarter and his was all about kaijus.
yeah, it was Cowboys. His is like a lot different though. Mine is closer to it's a little
Godzilla?
closer to what the waifus and kaijus than it is cowboys and kaijus.
Oh wow.
Are you going to go see the new Godzilla movie that comes out?
Yeah.
December 1st?
I'm more excited for the TV show, to be fair, though.
Really?
Oh, really? Who's doing that?
I didn't know that.
Apple.
Kurt Russell's in it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Kurt Russell and his son are both playing the same characters in two different time periods at the same time.
Oh, wow.
That should be interesting.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't know that.
crazy.
Yeah, and some of like they had this one shot. They went like it's zooming in on Kurt Russell, and then he fades out, and it fades out into a shot of his son in the past, and it was crazy how like almost like symmetrically exact they are.
They do look similar. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Kurt Russell is older than a
Squinty
sinkhole.
eyes.
Yeah.
But he's done some good stuff. I grew up with him doing all that Disney stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Jodie
Yes.
Foster. They were Disney kids.
What was the foam stuff that remember that? What was
Are you
that movie
thinking-
he did with Bo Bridges? No, oh wait, that's
Are
I'm
you
thinking
thinking?
of Bo Bridges and Jeff Bridges, not Kurt
Oh,
Russell.
oh
Never mind.
wow.
Yeah.
I get those. I sometimes will get them confused.
How
hear
is
you.
the strike going out there? Have they resolved
I
that
think it's
thing?
done. It's resolved, and they gave everything away.
Is it done?
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and they gave
Yeah,
everything
sort
away. The AI stuff is all still intact.
of.
Oh, wow.
Oh crap!
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's
Wow.
like
I read
Well,
what's her name? One of those female actors from back in the day. I think it was Maggie Gyllenhaal or something like that. She posted the
Mhm.
entire thing about the AI thing, and it's like, wow, like actors are non-existent. Like it's going to be almost impossible to be an actor in the future because the
Whoa.
digital thing is so like pervasive of like how long, like what they can do with it, and like how they just like it just
Hmm.
unless you're Tom Cruise, you're not even necessary anymore.
It's incredible the de-aging. You know how they've de-aged a lot of these older actors and made them look young again on screen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it
Like
looks
they did Harrison
pretty,
Ford.
pretty seamless too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they were talking about using probably the likenesses of dead actors. Wasn't that a fear of theirs?
That's part of it as well.
Even
They're
after
allowed to do that as well. And
Mm-hmm.
that also makes it harder for anybody in the future to become like a Tom Cruise or anything like that because they can just keep using Tom Cruise forever as long as he signs off on it. So he
Yeah.
can just
Wow.
keep making movies far into the future.
But then
After
again,
he's dead.
you have to take into account
He's
that,
dead.
or maybe they
Yeah.
haven't taken into account some kind of backlash. What if people are just like, oh my god, these movie studios think we're so stupid, and let's boycott these movies because
Well,
So much
they can
AI.
do that. They can do that, but most audiences, I
they
think
don't give a
they've
shit.
found like, yeah, they don't care.
I
Yeah.
don't. No.
It's like they like the video game graphics that are in some of these games and stuff. They think that's great. It's like,
Oh, wow.
and it's all like, it's real fake looking, but people are like, oh, it looks fine. It's like, okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That looks fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
like
Yeah,
kind of
it's
like how a
amazing
lot
what
of these
we
shows
are
and
used
stuff
to.
look now that are like produced for TV and stuff, where it's just like the environments are all fake and stuff. Like they're not always really well, like, but everybody thinks they look wonderful, and it's just like, well,
What would you
if
like to see come out of this strike for the actors?
did they not use AI for actors and stuff? I don't know. Something that allows them to like make it so human actors still have a place to work. I mean, I don't
yeah.
know. Kind of weird. But I mean, it's where it's going eventually. I'm assuming eventually like it'll look so perfect it won't look fake anymore, and then it'll be all fake, and it'll just
What's your
be
What's
a
your
couple
take
dudes in
on
a
how
room
this
punching.
how AI art is going to affect comic artists, or will it?
I don't foresee it. I don't know if it will, because like that'll just come down to like taste in like visuals, like if you like the way something looks, and if the concept of the property is interesting to you, like whether or not you'll buy it. There are people like for instance, like you got the artist Kim Jung-gi, who was popular because he could like out of his head render out this thing, and people bought that stuff because it was amazing what was being done by a person. And I feel like there still will be that effect even with the AI art, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like there will be people that, like for instance, even now, like I saw some post somebody did the other day where he was like, oh man, drawing comics analog or whatever is hard, and it's like eventually it's gonna be like people are like, this was all drawn by hand, and people are like, what? They didn't
Yeah.
use Procreate? Like, no. Like, there will be a generation of kids that'll be mind boggled that somebody
Yeah.
drew a whole thing by hand.
Yeah, but it'll all look
Wow.
the same,
Yeah.
And it all looks
And
the same now. It all
that's
has
the other
this
thing
look.
is stylistically, like there's something about that the human hand does that's different than the digital thing. Like
Yeah.
And I noticed that with a
Individual
lot of
versions.
I've noticed that with a lot of books that are digitally drawn. Like there are exceptions, but like a lot of the digitally drawn stuff, to a certain point, you get people to go, "Oh, this looks good," and then everybody draws like that digitally.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
god.
true.
It's
It's
Like there's not, it's not like Irene's stuff is digital, but like it's very distinct style that is her. Like when you see it, it looks like her stuff.
right. Some
Yeah.
people can transcend
Mhm.
the ink
They
to
could.
have their
Yeah.
style
You'll
just
have some people like that,
overwhelm.
but like I think you'll have a bunch of people eventually. There'll be like 6 Irene clones eventually of somebody
Oh.
that sees Irene stuff and goes,
Oh
"That's
my
how I want
gosh,
to be."
that freak her
And
out.
you'll have that. I mean, it probably will, but I'm just saying like that's where that will go.
Oh
So
Well,
no.
then it just,
that's
I don't
kind of
know.
why. I mean, look at Ninja Turtles. I think that's lightning in a bottle. So popular, right? There were like Don Chin and others that were trying to get on that bandwagon or recapture
Yeah.
the lightning and the success. And it wasn't just all about the comics. They had a good business man that did the deal with Hasbro, did I would say the most exposure that the little known Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic had. It was known in comic circles long before it was known to the greater audience. It was the animated cartoon that made it pop, big. And then that led to other things,
And the movies, video games.
Yeah, the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the properties. Good God.
Mm-hmm.
So, how long is Goblin Girl going to be up on Indiegogo, Dan?
Probably well into next year,
Oh, cool.
because I'm probably not going to be able to I'm not probably going to be able to print them up and get them shipped probably till it's looking like maybe February. Just depends on the problem is I'm going through cancer treatment,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
it makes my energy very negligible, like how much I have at what time to do anything.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of that stuff I do myself.
Yeah, you
And
do. Do a lot.
I'm gonna probably start trying to get all the what do you call it? Get the formatting of the book down, and like some of get all the dialogue written out like on the pages, so the letterer can come in and make them look good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I still have a few things. I'm starting soon to like print up all the ancillary stuff that's going to be coming with it. I got most of the trading cards all laid out and ready to go to like a printer.
And you've got the Viewmasters, right, that are in the Goblins chest already?
Ooh, the Viewmasters.
Yeah, I can print those at any time. I just haven't done it yet.
Oh, okay. I thought
Nice.
they were already printed up in hand. Yeah.
No. I was going to print them like last month, but things did not work out.
Now you have a minimum order with that, right? So
yeah, I have to print like
that.
I have to make 100 Viewmasters and reels in order to do a run.
Okay.
Wow.
And so you'll probably have some extras. I know you were saying that you were thinking about.
Yeah, I think I'm printing enough that I would have for like however many of the deluxe boxes I would sell, which I think is about 100.
Oh, okay.
But
That's
somebody was asking me the other day. He said he was having a hard time ordering one of the deluxe boxes, and I think we figured out why. I think he lives in like not in the U.S. and we made it because like it's going to be in a box, and we don't know how much it's going to cost to ship it anymore. So within the U.S., it's not going to be cheap, but like it's not as expensive as it is to go overseas or something.
So, how much would an entire
There are
Goblin
some
Girl
mistakes made, even on Indiegogo. When I tried to back the Lucent, the first one, when it came out, it told me $65 shipping here from Australia to here. And I was like,
Yikes.
Can't do
Oh my
that.
God. Wow. Holy mackerel.
I think he was
paying that much
saying
for
I'll
Lucent
ship you a
shipping.
copy for 14 on the shipping,
doubt.
which is a lot better
Yeah.
than 65. I don't know why it gave me that
And I
total,
think
but it dissuaded
as
me.
it goes as I have it planned right now through the printer I'm using, I'm probably going to do my book slightly oversized with all hardbacks is my hope.
Oh yeah, I love that. I'll
So
be the one to get.
check out the underboob.
yeah, because I've been looking at stuff like Mary Boys and some other stuff that's like oversized and kind of like in a European style book format, and I'm like, going, that might be the thing to do with this.
That's a great idea. You could probably go international in some bookstores, perhaps.
Kind of like a tabletop. Of course, that adds to your weight. Do you have very many international buyers on this campaign?
No, I don't. I only have a few.
Oh wow!
And I was kind of like willing to eat a little bit of the shipping just to get it to people anyway. So
yeah, I mean I shipped out 3 internationally, Switzerland, I think it was, Canada, and the UK, and that was over $80 for me. Just 3 books, and that's a little bitty ash can. It wasn't heavy
and I
at
bet
all.
Canada was the most expensive.
No, actually,
Canada is pretty expensive.
No.
Yeah.
It's went up when I shipped that to Rick Cross Comics. It was $24, somewhere around there. Now it's like 28.
Yeah, and it shouldn't even be that much.
No, Canada. Come on.
Thank you, Trudeau.
Yeah,
I'll blame him.
Justine Trudeau.
Anyway.
Justine. See how he crosses his legs compared to Michelle.
Yeah, keep those knees tight.
Keep them tight. Black Hat says there was an old comic horror book from the 70s that had artificial likenesses of deceased actors in movies and TV. I've seen something like that too. Yeah. There was one book, Nomad issue number 3, had a likeness of Robert Mitchum, Jericho
Robert
Albuquerque.
Mitchum.
Yeah, Robert Mitchum.
Yes.
Go check out Nomad number 3 from Marvel Comics from like 1993, I think. Yeah. Doc says, Doc Blaylock says, I shipped to Hogwarts by owl, and that shit was expensive.
And you don't even get the owl back.
No, you don't.
It's a one-way trip.
Yeah.
Well, he was exhausted, and the recipient was hungry. What can you say?
I ate the owl. Oh no!
You know, there's owls in around Dillard's property.
Yeah,
some frightening owls.
Really?
Giant great owls.
I have a hoot owl outside.
Yeah.
And bats. Bats come out at night.
Jeez, that's crazy. No, I don't have much anything here in West Texas except maybe crickets and some coyotes and
chupacabra.
Yeah, chupacabra. Jackrabbits.
Man.
Yeah. I don't see any chupacabras. So that's further down south, like toward.
Dan, I know this is a controversial question, but is HexAllen hard to work for or work with?
No.
That's good.
Technically, I don't think I even worked with him yet.
Did you just kind of do his characters? You saw him and did a piece, and he said, "Can I use?"
Yeah, and he just seemed like you liked how I did them, so I didn't really have much of a fight.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
And he's still hounding me for money.
Oh yeah, well, so we got to get you over $5,000.
I haven't had Hex for any money. Just use a cover. Does what you want.
Joking, I'm joking. But I should have paid you for it.
That's a very nice gesture, though. I have to admit, not too many artists would do that.
Well, I am working on something that to give back.
Oh, that's good.
You know that I don't know. Maybe you guys saw me working on this Goblin Girl painting, which I scrapped. I'm spreading it over. I scrapped that one. Right here.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it, a lot of it is I do a lot of them just because I just want to like help out, you know. Like if I
Absolutely.
can do something and it can add some value to their campaign and get some more eyes and buyers, then that's what I'm doing it for.
Yeah. It's
Unless
real nice.
unless
It was
it's a
definitely
situation
lacking some boobage.
they want something specific or they're offering to pay me, then I'll do it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
look at
this is-
Now
that.
you worked.
this was the
Wow.
old one.
Boobs need to be bigger.
Hmm.
Boobs
Yeah,
need to be bigger on that one.
Because
That's
like
the old one.
Listen
Not
to you.
big
I
enough.
did that cover for Malin,
Oh yeah.
and which was originally just a piece that was supposed to be inside the book.
Okay.
And I think a little bit there's probably tax reasons why he likes to pay, but I think also he likes to pay just because he doesn't want to be like, have anybody ever go, yeah, how I did that one thing for you one time? Yeah, like come back at him,
Never got paid.
Yeah. And so I never want to worry about that or anybody to worry about that. So I'm always just like, if I say I'll like, if I approach and I go, hey, I'll do this thing for you, then like,
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily expecting them to pay me.
Really. Wow.
Yeah.
I
Plus,
can't wait. I can't want.
Encore.
Maybe you can do a femback cover, perhaps. Maybe.
I could. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I mean, the only thing I could say
Dan?
is like, if I offer to do it, I'll just do whatever I'm going to do. And like, that's going to be the thing. I don't like
Right.
do tons of adjustments.
No, I'm very easy. Really.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't really care. Like, unless it's somebody's book that's real like questionable material. That's like, and by questionable, I don't mean
Right.
like consenting adult type stuff or anything weird like that. I mean like weird child stuff or anything like that. I don't get
ew,
anywhere
that's
near any of that
creepy.
stuff.
Mm,
Yeah, I've had people approach me about doing that stuff in the past, and I'm just like, Nope.
Ooh.
Larry
I
Flint
hear you.
Publishing.
But who could
No.
refuse boobs?
some,
Larry
like,
Flint.
indie- some-
publishing boobs.
Larry
I've
Flint
had
Comics.
indie creators that have like approached me through like deviant art and stuff like that, and they're like, "Would you draw
Oh.
this?" And I'm just like, "Not my thing."
No.
So
Imagine if Larry Flint were still alive. He'd hire BoobDan to do some centerfolds and Hustler. That'd be cool.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
A Goblin Girl pinup page, like a centerfold or something. Goblin Girl on it. That's an idea.
Oh yes.
That's an idea, Dan. Goblin Girl centerfold.
So
I did
you're
that
a
already, and then it ended
Really?
up getting used as a cover.
Are you
Yeah, the thing I
serious?
did for Malin, I did a 2-page splash for Malin that was supposed to be interior, and then he was just like, "I'm gonna use this for the cover," and I'm like, "Okay, sure."
Yeah, more exposure for you, huh?
Yeah, so I was like, I don't care. I mean, it looks good. And he did it like no. I think it's going to be a version cover. It's not going to have any dressing on it. It's just going to be the
Now Irene
image.
did
cool.
something for you, right? Kind of a crossover.
Yeah, I'm doing a crossover with Irene.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, still working on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be a 2-part thing. There'll most likely be 2 floppies, and one floppy will be on one of my campaigns, and the second half of the story floppy will be on one of her campaigns.
That's
cool.
a brilliant idea.
So,
Wow.
so that way, in order to get the whole thing, you're gonna have to buy one from each one of us, and
Great
she keeps all the money on hers, and I keep all the money on mine, and then we'll most likely do covers on each other's campaign.
Wow, that's
So,
brilliant.
like, she'll do the Goblin Girl crossover cover on mine, and I will do the one on hers.
Were you a big
Wow.
D&D fan? I mean, this kind of
I used to paint miniatures and stuff where I was drawing the comic books.
Really?
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Have you made any of those 3D miniatures, like some big boobed warrior chick, or have you done?
Yeah, well, there's a Goblin Girl statue right now, actually. There's like a physical
Oh
one.
shoot, there is. Oh, on the
Yeah.
campaign still? Oh man.
No, it's not on the campaign. If I can figure out a way to print them relatively inexpensively, they may go in the deluxe boxes.
You might want to ask Eric Huffles. He does a lot of those miniatures.
Yeah, I wanted to get muscle figure of her, and I told him to put me down. I haven't heard anything back about it, so I don't know
Oh, okay.
where that's at.
Yeah.
But I know he's busy with like tons of stuff, so I'm not really worried about
If
it.
you did a Goblin
Yes.
Girl statue, you would have to kind of counterweight it, right? Because she's kind of hefty in the front.
Yeah.
No, it's perfectly balanced. It's
Yeah.
really good.
Mm.
Well, she does
I'm
have
thinking
the
about-
horns that sway back, and that might help with the uprightness.
Kind of, yeah. It's like all the shapes of it. I'm thinking about doing thinking about chopping the statue up into sections. Maybe printing like a really large vinyl version.
Like a
Oh, that'd be
Build-A-Figure.
Plastic one.
That's kind of what I've
Something like
wanted
that.
to do is Build-A-Figure. Yeah.
I like to build a figure Goblin Girl. That'd be interesting to see.
So
Like one boob with one character. And
Yeah,
the other
you could
boob
get
will be
one
with another
breast and
character.
then the other breast.
And then
You know.
the head and the
I-
horns. And
I'm working on possibly a board game too right now.
Goblin Girl board game. Oh, that's pretty
Yeah, I found a
Ooh.
really interesting board game over the week that's got a really interesting
That would be
sort of
good.
mechanic of
Ah.
how it plays. And I'm gonna see if I can backwards engineer it and turn it into a Goblin Girl adventure thing.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Oh,
great.
hell yeah,
Nice.
man.
Take 3 spaces and I went into the pit.
Yeah,
No,
it's very
no,
simple in its design. It's mainly the game board, a handful of dice, like 5 dice, and like a pencil, and that's it.
Okay.
So
Almost like Yahtzee in a way, sort of.
kind of, yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
So I'm looking into it, seeing what it would be, and
Cool.
if I can figure it out reasonably, I think it would make a cool game.
I think it would.
And I might be able to take the model of the Goblin Girl and shrink it down to be a marker to go in the game.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah, man.
It would be cool,
Yeah,
you
so
know,
why not?
you could do
I can see
plastic
that.
pieces, 3D plastic pieces for the game, but you could also do the little pewter figures that people could paint.
Yeah. Well, they
Yeah,
wouldn't.
yeah.
They wouldn't be. Well, I wouldn't do pewter. It'd be too expensive. Not
Yeah, they
knowing
way
how
too-
to have that manufactured.
Yeah, probably.
I just.
so.
Yeah,
I would
Mr.
just do the
Pewtersmith.
plastic PVCs. You can paint those too. I mean,
Pewtersmith.
Peter shipped. It's expensive.
Yeah, Mr. Pewtersmith.
Peter Schmidt. Oh, wow.
Besides going
I'm digging this.
to Knoxberry Farm, what else have you and Hockey been doing while he's been there?
we've gone to a bunch of food places and
Chasing girls.
gone to some art stores, and
Oh,
we've
cool.
gone to my dad's place where my streaming studio's at and all my stuff. And
Okay.
then what else did we do? Gone to the mall a couple times.
Oh, how many malls do you have over there?
There's a few. There's one really good mall though that's like by the Santa Anita racetrack, kind of
Okay.
close to where Ricardo Montalban's house from Fantasy Island's at.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and the mall is like an old school large mall, and it's full of stores and it's fully functioning. So it's like a throwback to like the 80s almost. It's like a really nice mall.
Wow.
And
Oh,
they
if
have
only-
tons of like they have like a legit Japanese bookstore in there. They have like a bunch of cool stuff inside the mall.
Oh,
Mm.
cool. Man, that's something to check
Yeah.
out.
It's closer. I think it's close to. It's halfway between me and HexAllen, but I'm not sure.
Oh, nice, man.
But
Do you
yeah, and
have
there's like a couple other
Michael's
ones.
art stores
that's-
out there? Do you have a Michael's?
We do, but I have a even better one. I have a Blick
Yeah.
Arts store that's by my dad's
Yeah.
place.
Oh, cool. Let's
Blick
go
is
by and get some
awesome,
art stuff.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yes.
and that's where he went the other day. Like, Hockey wanted to get into like inking with like a metal nib. So when Jason was here, Jason took him in there and they went through all the inking stuff and picked out some stuff.
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to think what else we've done. Like,
Surfing.
I think that's about it.
Skiing.
We've never gone near the beach actually,
Really? Oh, wow.
unless you count LAX. I mean, we're LAX pretty close to the beach.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything's been inland so far. I think we're going to Universal tomorrow if the weather permits.
Oh, nice. I haven't been to Universal Studios since 1978. That's how old I am.
Yeah, I think it's all right. It's not like what it was when I was younger. It was, in my opinion, it was a lot better before.
Yeah.
Now it's a lot of like TV screens and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of holograms and
it's all virtual. You know, a lot of it.
Yeah.
When you were in the Navy, were you ever stationed out in California?
Yeah, we're in San Diego. Pick up the air crew on to get on the Nimitz, and we take them out. Yeah, we spent about a week in San Diego. I love Mission Beach and all the pubs there, and Horton's Plaza.
Yeah,
quite a bit. It's fun, man. It's like 1990, 1992.
Yeah, that was the best time down there.
It was, man. I remember the hot dog girls with those mini skirts on with the high hats.
Hot dog on
a stick. Yes, exactly.
They still have them, but
they do.
They don't do that. They don't do the pumping anymore.
Oh,
yeah.
They can't do that because it's modern day.
Oh, because it's like, maybe I'll sexualize and stuff like, whatever.
Any of you guys been to Haight-Ashbury section?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been there a couple times as a tourist.
Well, I like to go back to San Diego though.
Yeah, we talked about driving to San Diego one day, but I don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah, one of these days when we, get some, get the act together in our country and make a lot of money and everyone prospering back again. That'd be kind of nice. Well, we'll see how that goes.
I know. I'm waiting for these roaring 20s.
I'm right. Yeah, I know. Where's the roaring 20s?
Oh my God.
Gin in the bathtub. That's sort of deal.
Yeah. Or maybe we'll have maybe it shifts a little bit and we'll have the roaring 30s instead of
the roaring 30s
this century.
Maybe. Yeah.
There, you heard it. HexAllen and Apex are crack smokers. That's a pipe dream. It's not going to happen.
Oh, come on.
No, the dream crusher.
You just shattered my dream.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm here for.
Put reality back in, folks.
So Dan, you're going to do if you go with the hardback, you're going to go with a colored hardback and a black and white hardback, right?
That's my plan, if I can make it work out.
Okay. I'm really impressed. I mean, Through the Woods was one of the first hardbacks that I saw in the crowdfunding. Of course, the omnibuses and the, warts and all with, with the slip. I mean, it's incredible what some of these campaigns are producing, Of course, if, you get that total up there, you can do more, right? So go back, Goblin Girl and Nephilim Squadron tonight.
This guy's look like he's having a really bad time right here.
I love that he on your campaign that you show the black and white and grayscale, and then you show it in color. And really, I couldn't choose between the two because they both they both bring something to the table, as far as alluring, I like the color stuff, but I also love just your black and white and grayscale stuff.
I may have to back to black and white. I like the color. I may have to get the black and white and some other stuff with it. Very detailed. Wow. So you start in with drawing traditional, and then do you ink it traditional or you ink it on?
Yeah, no, it's all. The only thing that's done in the computer is color and lettering.
Okay, cool.
That's one thing I wanted to ask you, Dan, when we were talking about digital and AI and stuff earlier. Do you ever see a time where you'll get a tablet and kind of work a few things digitally or give it a try? Or are you just going to stay true?
When I worked in gaming for years, I did everything digitally for the most part.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I could probably do this digital. Like, I can draw digital. I just like having the physical stuff after it's done. So
Yeah.
I prefer to do the.
I just like the way it feels coming out of my hand. You know, like just the connection with
Yes.
graphite and pens and paper. That feeling is like, you know,
I like
it's
that.
it's hollow
Don't
when you
get
do
creepy.
it.
Don't get creepy with it, Hex.
Yeah.
You can always sell
I
it
mean,
too.
digital inking is like, you know, wearing a condom.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
That's why I call myself the raw dog inker.
Good God.
Dog inker. That's crazy.
Let me see if I can show a couple
You
of
heard it here, folks.
samples of the
Hex ribbed for
only
your
time I did
pleasure,
digital inking.
like a French
Ribbed for you.
tickler.
Is that you're going to be on your next avatar? It'll say HexAllen Comics ribbed for your pleasure. Next.
Yeah.
Dan, how
And then the
can they
next
get a
question is
mouse
why?
pad? Can they still get a mouse pad on the campaign?
The mouse pad I think is in the box thing.
Okay.
But if I have
Great.
some extras left over of some of these tchotchke things, I might sell them afterwards. I mean, there's a few things I won't be because they're like made to order, like the rings and some of the things on there. There's a couple of things that I can't remember what's on there, but there's a few things that I couldn't afford to order too many of.
Oh wow.
Like Viewmasters are probably pretty limited. I won't have many of those afterwards.
If you
But like people were asking about the shirts and stuff like that, and like the shirts will probably be available.
Okay.
Yeah. If you've not seen his mouse pad, you rest your wrist between the two breasts of Goblin.
Oh man, I could get one of those.
Yeah. Why isn't that featured on the? There's like
The images. It's on here. You passed it already. It's that right there.
Yeah.
There's a bigger version of it up above.
Oh, I bet.
Okay. Then that's okay. I thought that was just an image. It was a.
It is an image, but we decided to use the mouse pad.
Okay.
Z cup. Probably a Z cup boobs. I don't know how big
Oh
they
my
are.
goodness.
They're massive.
Yeah, she's got an excellent surgeon.
I think they're natural. Are they natural, Dan? Are they magical?
Yeah, in the book, they're supposed to be natural in the book, but they could be magical as well.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
She's got an older sister that's got a bigger pair.
Really?
Oh wow!
Are they coming
Yeah.
out to her knees?
There's like I believe there's like 13 siblings or something like that, and she's one of them.
A brood,
Wow.
part of a
And
brood.
she's got an older sister who's like got like bat wings on her back and stuff,
I guess
which is might need a little bit of redesigning because they made that one character for that Bud Root is drawing for Andy Smith, and it was very similar.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I might have to change mine a bit.
Let me show you guys since today's a special day.
Yeah.
Let me show you
Special day. What's special about today?
The only time I ever did
hump day.
digital links.
It's hump day there, BoobDan.
This is the only digital ink I ever did.
Let's see that. Okay.
And well, this was like 20 years ago too. This is like 2003.
Really? 2003. What comic strip is this?
This was for these independent filmmakers. They were making this movie called Hell Week about these sorority girls.
You got paid for this?
I was gonna say it looks like Love and Rockets.
Hell Week.
It does
look like Love and Rockets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's kind of what I was going for.
Cool.
That was good.
Yeah.
So are these like storyboards in a way?
No, it's supposed to be a comic that goes with the movie.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they ever print it?
No, they never paid me, and I don't know. We just.
It sounds like what happened with my comic that was supposed to go with the movie.
Really?
So yeah,
like he paid me to do like a one piece for him, and then he was like, "Hey,
I think I'd want to do a comic to go with my DVD that's coming out. He's like, we'll do a little mini comic, put it inside the DVD. And I was like, okay. So I did this comic, and then like nothing ever came of it. He never gave me any dialogue. He only gave me like situational things of like, oh, this happens, and then this happens, and then that happens, and I had to kind of make it up.
That's
And
not
then
good.
and then like a couple years ago,
he was like,
he said,
"I works for Kirby." Maybe.
yeah, well, that's how I do it. Usually, I'm better with like a scenario, and then I just go in and make it. But he's like, yeah, he's like, just make sure that my character's name is the name, and then the main character's name is this. And he's like, do whatever you want with it. And I was like, well, do you need a cut or whatever of the thing when I do it? He's like, nope.
What?
So I've been sitting on that for like 5 years. I might be the next thing I do just real quick is like a one-off thing.
I'd like to see that. That'd be cool.
It's all drawn. It's called
Feel his IP. After all that.
It's BoobDan's art. I don't mess with that stuff. I only mess with my own work.
I'm trying to think what it's called right now. I just forgot it.
That's something I like to buy, though.
It's called Killer Waves. That's the name of it.
Cool. Right.
And it's basically like a Jason slasher thing, but the slasher guy is like inside of like a diver suit thing, kind of like the Sweet Cast guy's book or whatever.
The dive helmet guy.
Yeah, Downcast. Yeah. It's like Downcast, but imagine that it's all like torn up, and there's like a skull face inside the helmet.
Oh damn! I'd buy that.
Instead of a knife, he uses a rubber chicken to beat them to death with.
Actually, he uses like a instead of a knife, he uses like a barnacle encrusted rib out of his gut or whatever that he stabs people in the head and stuff.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The rib of Adam.
That'd make a good horror movie. Holy shit.
Well, he made a movie first of it.
Oh.
And then he was working on a sequel. He was working on a sequel, and he's like, you want to do a comic for the sequel? And I was like, sure. So I did this comic that takes place like just minutes after the end of his first film, and then it kind of like is like another little side story.
You think you could release that safely without any him rearing his head again and going?
He's given me like full permission.
Okay.
Every time
Verbal?
I posted something about it, he's like, I can't wait for this to come out. So
if you make $1 million with it, you get to keep it, right?
I'm not gonna make $1 million. I'll make a little bit of money with it. But what I probably would end up doing is, if it made a lot of money, like if I made 90 grand or something like that with it,
that's what
I would take half of it and I would put it aside. And if he ever asked for it, I'd be like, "Here's your half." You know what I mean?
That's good. Yeah.
But yeah, he pretty much said he didn't want anything from me. He's like, just go ahead and do it and use it, because he's got tons. He's made tons of independent films. I think he's got like 60 different franchises.
What?
And he just makes these weird. He just makes these really weird gonzo like indie horror films, kind of like
it almost sounds like Horror Mike that we're going to have on the next.
What's his name?
James Balsamo of Acid Bath Productions.
Acid Bath Productions. Wow, I have to look that up.
Yeah, I mean, he's gone on and done some other franchise stuff. He's got lots of like. He's friends with lots of like rock stars and stuff, so he's got a lot of like cameos with rock stars in it, and like one of his effects guys that he does a lot of stuff. There's a couple guys, but one of them is one of the musicians in Gwar.
Oh, really? Nice.
But he's got like a bunch of different ones, and he's got a series that Eric Roberts is in, and
he's in everything.
He's got a bunch of. Yeah, he's got a bunch of like people that are in this stuff. So this is like a minor, like he was gonna do the sequel. I think he shot most of it, but like I said, he's been sitting on it for the past 5 years. He hasn't released it as far as I'm aware. Right. So he's mainly because I think he went on and like he did some of these other projects that were kind of more high scale, like budgets, and had better actors and stuff in them. So
I know you and hockey have been busy the last few days, but Have you sit down and watched a movie or two? And if so, what have you been watching?
We did go
Sharon?
see a movie, actually. We saw The Marsh King's Daughter.
The Marsh King's Daughter.
Yeah. It's like a suspense thriller about a girl who's raised in the woods by a father. And then some stuff happens, and then she ends up the dad ends up killing some dude, and then there's more to it than that, but I don't want to, like, if you see it, it's a pretty good movie. You might enjoy
is
it.
Is that a new movie or something from your collection?
It's a brand new movie.
Because I know
it's got Daisy Ridley.
I know
is
you
like
have
the
a hell of
lead.
a collection.
Daisy
One thing
Ridley?
both you and I have is toxic waste.
Yep. Daisy Ridley's the lead, and then the guy that plays her father is the dude who was the villain in Rogue One.
Oh, the guy with the white suit on?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Him. And then it has this Indian guy that was in Dance with Wolves.
I know his name. Graham Greene, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
And then the guy that plays the husband of Daisy Ridley is this dude that was in the Tron Legacy movie.
Okay.
It was the Flynn kid.
I haven't seen Tron Legacy.
I thought Tron Legacy was pretty good. You know,
was it?
I love the original old Tron.
I had too. Yeah, 1980.
Or the updated, you know.
But
yeah,
they
they make it. Him and Boxleitner, I think, both appear in that.
Okay.
You know, you've got to bring back the old. You know, they just like they got the new Ghostbusters coming out. They're gonna have Bill Murray and one of the other
Dan Aykroyd
in it.
And
the new Ghostbusters looks great. Yeah, there wasn't a ton out to watch.
Hey, Edwin.
So it was between that and there's another movie. This one writer director guy is making these series of movies that are like homages to like old films. Like one of them is like a remake of Freaky Friday, but the premise is that a serial killer switches bodies with a teenage clueless girl, and it has
is that what
Vince
happened
Vaughn
in Marvels?
I don't know.
That happened to me last week.
And then the other one, then there was they also made the movie that was like a takeoff on Groundhog Day called Happy Death Day.
Oh yeah.
Where they keep trying to figure out who the killer is that's killing them over and over again. Well, this new one is based off of It's a Wonderful Life. It's called It's a Wonderful Knife. And the premise is this girl, this guy comes and kills all her friends. Like a serial killer guy, kind of looks like cross between Jason cross between I Know What You Did Last Summer and the Scream Killer, basically. Kills her friends, and then she somehow was able to kill the dude. And she unmasks him and sees who he is.
Yeah.
And then I guess she becomes famous or something like that for being the final girl sort of thing. And all the attention just drives her crazy, and she's just sad because all her friends are dead. And so she one night she goes, "I wish I was never born." And then the It's a Wonderful Life, and then she goes and nobody knows who she is, but she knows who the killer is, and the killer never died because she was never there to stop him. So he starts killing. And then she's seeing him around town. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he's all friendly and stuff. And she's like, "Oh my God." And she's trying to tell people he's the killer. And then the killer guy obviously knows that she knows. So then he starts messing with her. And that's the premise of the thing.
Interesting.
So
that's nuts.
yeah, it looked good, but it was only playing at a theater that wasn't close to us. So we ended up going and seeing the Marsh King's Daughter instead.
What's interesting that you mentioned It's a Wonderful Life, because on today's show I said, there's certain movies like It's a Wonderful Life, Wizard of Oz, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, or some of those great movies, Citizen Kane, that should never be remade. I mean, what you're describing is a takeoff, using that premise for another story. I see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But I mean, because Hollywood just seems like they're recycling. No, hardly any original ideas right now whatsoever.
Yep.
It's pretty sad to see. I wonder where
These
all the
ones are pretty
writers
growing
of all
up,
these
so.
books and novels are. That so many great, films were based on. Because I mean, there's still a lot of people writing books out there. I don't know why they're not adapting them into some nice, movies.
Yeah.
Hollywood's all screwed up. It's been screwed up for a while.
Well, we're done with comic book movies now, or at least Disney style.
Oh, I don't know.
ones.
The
I don't
Marvels
think
just came out. That's going to save the MCU.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Not.
I don't think that superhero fatigue is the problem. It's Disney writing. You the Josh Whedonization of dialogue. That's the problem. That's
when you
That
think
is
of
true.
all the great Disney movies, whether they had Jodie Foster or Kurt Russell or whoever was in them, and not even just the live action stuff, but the animated stuff that they came out that was pretty solid stuff. And you see what they're doing today. It's like Walt Disney is rolling around in his grave, saying, "What the hell what have they done with my company?" And yet they own everything. They own Star Wars. They own Marvel. They own what else? Just every big property out there, just about. They've got more.
Well, I forgot
toys
that
in the
somebody
box,
pointed
but
out.
Hulu. They just bought Hulu.
I forgot
Oh,
that
they
somebody pointed out that Disney bought Star Wars and Marvel to get the boy market because they were mainly a princess company that made princess-based
that makes
stuff,
sense.
girls.
Yeah,
And then
that makes
they
sense.
just took the boy stuff and then turned it into girl stuff.
Yeah.
So
Brilliant.
Science, brilliant science. Well, if you had your shot, Dan, we know you're a great creator, and we know you can do the storyboards. What one project would you like to see come to the screen besides Goblin Girl? What would you like to work on? Would you like to do a kaiju movie?
Like, what do you mean?
Well, I mean something. All right, Boob, we're gonna pay you to do a movie. Give us an original idea. What would you like to see? What would you like to watch yourself? But you had to create it.
I would probably do like a creature feature or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So
sweet!
I would
love
do
to
like
see
a
that.
monster.
Would it be a double feature? Like
What?
2 stories?
No, I have stories in mind, but
Okay. So it would be
I have one that I was
be a
originally going to
monster
do
type
myself
thing.
when I was
It would
working
be
in
more of a
filmmaking.
monster thing, right? Not a slasher thing.
Yeah, it would be a monster thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
I think they
Like
need
maybe a monster anthology,
there's a
like
few,
maybe some stories.
there's a few movies that I think could be remade and maybe even improved on. I think Phantom of the Opera is one of them.
I think so.
I mean,
weren't we talking about the creature?
It's
You know, there hasn't been a proper. When we were talking with Peter Gilmore last week, was it last week? Yeah, about like a remake with the creature, but I guess
Creature
the closest
Black
thing we got
Lagoon.
was The Shape of Water.
Yeah.
Well, also She Creature.
Yeah.
She?
She Creature.
She Creature
When
was
did that come
pretty
out?
good. It was like in the 90s. I think it was like part of the they made a universe for Stan Winston universe.
Oh,
There was a bunch of
There's a little
Stan
monster
Winston
right
direct
there.
video movies, and that was one of them.
Nice. These shaggy dog.
Oh,
That's cute. Wow.
amazing.
Well, we just don't have
No.
the actors and actresses we used to have. I'm sorry, we don't. I'm not saying that they're not out there.
We got AI, Rex. AI's here.
Yeah, who needs them
Yeah, I
anyway,
can bring
right?
back the
I
old
mean,
people.
it's a lot cheaper
Yeah.
just to go with AI. But
Mm.
you know, if
Yeah.
I was going to read, you know, if I had my wish list, it'd probably be a good telling. Not that there hasn't been good tellings of the story before, but I'd love to see Jekyll and Hyde. You know,
Yeah, they did.
again.
Yeah.
Jack Palance did a wonderful job with Dan Curtis, you know, that did Dark Shadows. They did a made-for-TV
yeah.
movie that was excellent. Frederick March in
They've done a-
1932 with
They've
his.
got a ton of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde movies, oddly enough,
And there was,
but they're all kind of
and
like
Mrs.
forgotten
Hyde.
about.
There was even Mrs. Hyde. Hammer.
Yeah,
That's right. They had a
Dr. Jekyll and Mrs.
Sister
Hyde.
Hyde, wasn't it? Dr. Jekyll and
Something
Sister
like
Hyde in the 70s. Yeah, I remember that.
I think it's cool because it's showing you the dichotomy of man. His good
They also had
nature
that.
and his
They
bad.
also had that weird like sex comedy horror Mr. Hyde with what's his name in it? The guy that was
Oh, is it Jekyll and Hyde together again?
it was God, I
Flesh
can't remember the guy's
Gordon.
name right now. He was in the Gladiator, but he died like while they were making Gladiator. Oliver Reed.
Oh,
really?
Oliver Reed.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was like
Yeah,
a
he's
crazy Jekyll and Hyde movie he was in, and then I think there was Michael Caine did one.
Oh, okay.
Michael
We were
Caine
talking about
is
Oliver
Jekyll and
Reed's,
Hyde.
We were talking about Oliver Reed's Hammer film that he's most known for, at least in my mind,
It's werewolf.
where he played the white werewolf. Do
Yeah.
you think that movie was? Do you think that movie was chopped up a little bit? It seems kind of disjointed to me, and I'm
It's
always.
really long.
It's really long.
Yeah, from what I remember, it's really long, and it takes a long time to get to the werewolf stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. I'm always
'Cause they're
wanting
setting up all
more
the-
after I watch it.
If I remember correctly, they set up all this stuff with his family being cursed in the beginning.
Yeah, I did.
Here's your
yeah.
werewolf here.
Oh, it's cute
Oh,
werewolf.
Oh, look at HexAllen and Peter Dinklage as a werewolf.
He's trying to eat your face, Hex.
Peter Dinklage.
Like, I was a serious actor. Look at me now.
Oh, Peter's so demanding. He
I was
deserves
in Game of Thrones. Look at
demands
me.
belly rub.
I'm a shaggy dog.
Yeah.
I always
What
say
happened
this
to
dog
Peter
is a human in a dog suit. A tiny
Yeah.
human in a dog suit.
He
Mm.
takes the suit off and walks around like a 3-foot guy. Hey,
Oh, my
boss, I'm
God.
out of my dog suit now. What do you want to do? Play some cards?
I'd freak out, man. I'd freak.
It's unzipped.
Dan,
This
while we're
tiny
on the
little guy.
subject, and I'll have to ask Horror Mike this on the next Rex Apex. But do you like Nosferatu, the original silent movie?
Yes.
Who doesn't?
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I like
it's one
that
of the
one. I
scariest
even like
vampire
the,
movies out there.
I like the later one too. That's
Shadow of the
Oh,
Vampire.
with
Yeah.
the Shadow Vampire is awesome
Yeah.
too. But I was
Yeah,
thinking of
with-
the 70s one, the one with
Oh.
Klaus Kinski playing.
Salem's Lot.
Oh, yeah. Salem's
Oh,
Is that what
Salem's
you-
Lot too.
Is that what you were
That's-
thinking
No.
of? Or?
There's a Klaus Kinski Nosferatu that was made in the 70s.
Oh yeah, man, he's
Yes,
got the
there
look,
was.
doesn't he? Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got the look.
They made a
So
sequel to it, which I was very surprised about, called Nosferatu in Venice. Yeah,
I didn't know
Wow.
that. Wow.
yeah. That movie
Look.
feels chopped up.
Bex is taking notes. I'm gonna have to look that up.
I'm going to need to look that up.
I know you too
Nosferatu
well.
in
Apex
Venice.
is like, ooh,
Yeah.
never heard of that.
Nosferatu
In Venice.
In Venice.
Thanks.
It's a
I'll
sequel.
check it out.
It's a sequel to the Wolfgang Peterson one with what's his name? I just said his name, but I can't remember it now.
Do you like the old disaster movies like Firing Inferno or Poseidon Adventure?
Yeah,
Things like that, Earthquake. Yeah.
yeah, I like Irwin Allen stuff.
I do too. I got on an Irwin Allen kick there for a little bit a few weeks back, and you can watch the sequel to Poseidon Adventure. I totally forgot that they had that. It was
Really?
called Beyond the Poseidon Adventure. Telly
Yeah,
Savalas
yeah.
was the bad guy in that.
Oh my gosh.
I think it was like what 20
And
years
the girl
after
that played
right?
Angel from Lost in Space, she's got a part in
Do
that
they
as well.
find Gene Hackman still down there alive?
No, sadly,
Spoiler.
no.
Let's quick get out. Spoiler alert.
Mhm.
They found Gene Hackman.
Oh, Sally Fields
When I was
was in it.
There used to be a wax museum in Buena Park near Knott's Berry Farm that I used to go spend literal hours, like at least 4 hours at a time in there. I would walk back and forth because you were only supposed to walk through it once. Most people did. But I would go walk back and forth all day long. And basically it wasn't like a normal wax museum where they just have the statue there. They recreated like a piece of the set with them in it. And the Poseidon Adventure one was awesome. Like you walk through a portal door into a bulkhead where the ship's all turned upside down and the people are all up in the rafters on the upside down catwalk and stuff.
Wow.
Wow.
It's pretty great. It's one of
That's cool.
my most vivid memories of Poseidon Adventure is that thing. And what's funny is most of those mannequins from that, what's his name? There's an actor, the guy that was played Grandpa Munster in the new Munsters movie.
Fred.
Oh, the
yeah.
new Monsters movie. Al
Yeah.
Lewis, not
Al
Al Lewis.
Newman.
Not Al Lewis. It's
New Monsters.
a new
You mean,
guy.
Rob Zombie's Monsters?
Rob Zombie?
Yes,
Oh.
Okay.
Dan Roebuck.
That's-
Dan
yeah, I
Roebuck
know who-
had almost
Yeah.
all mannequins from the Poseidon Adventure.
Huh.
Wow.
So
What?
yeah, because they sold them all off when they closed down the wax museum. They sold all the mannequins off, all the wax figures, and he bought all of those because like there was a Gene Hackman, there was a I think there was a
Field.
Shelley Winters.
Shelley Winters. There was
Shelley Winters. Yeah.
wasn't
Carol
the yeah, there was a bunch of famous
It's been a
women,
while.
and then there was Ernest Borgnine
Oh yeah.
in there. So he had all of those. He had like a museum that he built in this like large garage that he had in his backyard.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Rob Zombie could have a museum out of his house if he wanted to.
Yeah. Oh, and he
If
bought
there was-
most of the monsters from the Wax Museum Monsters Black Box too.
If
Yeah, like
there's
the
one
creature
movie
and
you could
Anna.
remake, what would it be, Dan?
Zombie's a nerd.
That's a tall order. Think about
That's
it.
a tough
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
How about you, HexAllen?
Oh, I was thinking of one like a few days ago, but it slipped my mind now. But I can try to think
God,
something.
it's hard to say to
I don't know
remake
what I
something
would
'cause, like,
remake.
I can't think
Yeah.
of anything that was like shitty that I would want to remake.
I mean, if you thought you could do it justice, you know.
I don't know.
It's a good question. Where are the crappy movies from like the 30s I would remake?
I mean, I would like to make like a Indiana Jones that was based on one of the books or something.
Oh, there you go.
Probably remake the Dial of Destiny.
I would. You know what? I'm not in that camp. I liked it.
Oh,
The only
yeah.
thing I would.
Yeah.
The only thing I would do is I would add a scene to it at the end.
Okay.
There's like one place where it needed a little scene that would make everything else more cohesive and make it perfect. Because in my opinion,
Okay.
I thought it was really good until this one scene that wasn't in there.
What scene would it
It's when they go to the past and he's telling the Phoebe Waller-Bridge character that he's gonna stay there.
Right.
and then she just kind of like, she's like, you can't stay here, and she gets all mad at him, and then knocks him out, and then he goes into the present. It didn't need that. What it needed was, you know what? He could have had the punch in there, but not knocked him out, and have him just being like, what? Like, kind of like knocked his senses, and then have her give a diatribe to him about how he can't stay there because she needs him to come back. She needs him. That he abandoned her when he was supposed to fulfill his promise to her father of being her godfather. He never took care of her. Like he was her godfather, and in the sense of the way they're playing it in the film, he was supposed to take care of her when the dad died, and he never did. So then she went off and became this, you know, kind of rogue, like treasure hunter person, was robbing people and doing whatever, because nobody, she wasn't raised by anybody. She was just kind of fairly left to the wolves, sort of. And so part of the reason why she was so shitty to him was because he abandoned her in her eyes. Right. And that's all she wanted was his attention, like a father. Because that was the arc that was supposed to be played in that film, is that he now was his Sean Connery, and then to a certain degree she was supposed to be him. Like, she's like was this younger adventurer that was running around like robbing treasures and shit and selling them off. But she wasn't raised by him, so she didn't have any of the ethics. She didn't have any of the ethics of like, oh, we don't sell this shit to people to be melted down and turned into like whatever. This is meant for humanity to be able to experience. Is like, we put this shit in the museum. Like, she never got this belongs in the museum. Yeah. And she was angry at him, and the whole reason why she was like, no, you can't stay here and die here is because I love you. You're family to me. And that wasn't played out well enough. And it needed that punch at the end of having him realize, because his character also, the reason why he was staying there was he felt like he had no one and nothing. So like there was no purpose for him to go back. But if she reached out to him and said, no, I'm right here in front of you. Your son is dead, but I am the goddaughter that you should have taken in. Like, they left that out. I think if they put that little scene in there of her explaining to him, like, no, like, I care about you. I've always cared about you. And you've just forgot about me. Like, if she showed him that, it would have snapped him out of that. And then it would have been interesting to have him be like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here. And they got on the plane. There would have been one little action beat at the end of them making it back through the portal. But to me, a lot of people were confused by that, because I think it was also like there was a bunch of information that was telegraphed in one shot, which was them trying to do that, which was kind of bad, which was in the one shot where she punches him and the lights go out. You were supposed to realize that she was knocking him out. The guy with the plane was right behind her going, we got to get out of here. He's like saying, as she's punching him, he's like, we got to get out of here. The portal's closing. And in the sky, like directly behind them in the sky, is the portal. So you're supposed to get like, oh, she knocked him out, threw him in the plane, they flew through the portal, they made it home. And I feel like to a certain degree that works, but with most modern audiences, you can't do a one shot like that, because like it's going to be pretty rare that they're going to get all that information in one quick shot like that. And it really needs a shot of her explaining to him, no, I love you. You're like a father to me. You need to come back because I need you to live and be there for me. Yeah. And then having them get in the plane and then fly out of there to explain to the audience that's how they got out of there.
Yeah. Just show it, not assume that.
You can't say it. You have this is filmmaking. It's a visual thing of you showing how this works, not telling them how it works.
Exactly. You're right.
So and that was a lot to like get out of like a shot. But it was definitely in there. And other than that, I didn't have any problems with it, because pretty much every time she did some shitty thing, he was the general. I mean, and that was the funny thing, is like, even though he was supposed to be the Dr. Jones senior, he still was Indy, because he was constantly having, as the old man, still fix the shit that she broke, basically. And
he was always pointing out to her like she'd be like, "Oh, I'm wonderful and I'm this and that," and then she it would seem like in the trailers they made it seem like she got the last word on everything, and she's like, "You're a loser," sort of thing. But in reality, if you watch the movie, every time she does that, he one-ups her and goes, "No, you're just young and dumb," sort of thing. And he's the one that gets the upper hand. So it was very even-handed. The only thing I thought was a little bit cruel and kind of ridiculous was the villains were just constantly killing like random people that were innocent for like no reason. Yeah, and it was like no matter what they did to them at the end, it never made up for like how brutally they just murdered random people through the whole movie.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. They didn't have explanations about it. Didn't tell
it was just
what happened about it.
Yeah. So I was like, that's weird. And and I was a little, and I will say I was a little bummed that spoiler if nobody has seen it, step out for a minute right now. The black FBI chick didn't live. Because I thought she was an interesting new character that could have been like a Sala / Felix Leiter character that was kind of trying to help him from the outside, and they just built that character up and then just threw it away like out of nowhere.
They shot her and she's dead. Like,
and it was just kind of like,
I was surprised to see Sala in there.
He was great.
There was a lower budget sci-fi movie. I can't remember. I have it in my collection somewhere. I believe where it was a pretty, okay sci-fi movie all the way through. Had a lead female character and male character, but there was no connection besides just them going through the story together. That there was any, I like you, you like me. And the ending, it's like the ending of the movie ruined the whole movie for me, basically. It's like, oh, we don't have an ending. He's male, she's female. They'll wind up in bed together. And that's the way the movie ended. And I'm like,
ta-da!
Why? You never even hinted that they even liked each other. Other than that, it was a pretty good movie. It's just like we didn't have an ending to this movie. So we'll just have them wind up in bed together.
It's like these people need to go back to film school or take a course, do better.
Yeah, I kind of blame. Like it further demonstrates why I feel like what is it? The Last Jedi was really bad, just in general, not only just for the franchise but also filmmaking. Was everybody took that film as going, oh well, see, they made all these left turns that don't go by the screen narrative of how a story should go, because it's a new way of filmmaking. Just make random differences that go nowhere. Because wow, that's like so shocking and avant-garde. It's like, no, it's like
expectations.
Yeah, the subversion of expectation school thing that started, where they just started doing like random stuff, just like breaking storytelling of like having things have payoffs or like anything, like just made a lot of it just not enjoyable to watch.
Well, I think you should set things up and have a payoff, and we can all enjoy the ending together, right?
Yeah. I think, and then one other thing I think was a mistake in Indiana Jones. They should have had Solo go with him on one last adventure, and have it be these two tired guys constantly going, "Okay, this is a lot. Maybe this is a bad idea." That would have been great.
I would have liked that. Oh man!
Hello.
So many things could have gone.
Well, they can't give you what you need. It's like. It's like what they did to Han Solo. They had him arrive just to kill him off.
Yeah, with the lightsaber through his own son.
It's like, well, we're not going to get the big three together, apparently, right?
I don't care. I would have seen them all both together. That's what the fans wanted, but Disney Star Wars did not deliver.
I think we as the audience wouldn't it be great you got the band back together,
Yeah.
And it just, they poo-pooed that real quick,
Black Cat says, I'm rewriting the Star Wars saga, Episode 1, the Gungan Menace Death
Gungan
Jar
Menace.
Jar. The Gungan Menace.
Dark Jar Jar.
Get to work, Black Cat. I want to see that.
Him is to be punished.
Well, you know, one thing when you talk about movies from like the 60s, like Dan was talking about, it is a pacing thing. A lot of the buildup is superfluous and would never be made today. It would be on the cutting room floor. I'm not saying that it's not needed for that movie, but the pacing and the expectation of an audience was a lot different back then than it is today. They want everything cut and paste and quick and, you know, be out there, be out of the theater in an hour and a half, you know?
It's a corporate taking over and not allowing the artists to produce quality art on the screen.
Yeah.
I think that's really a crime right there.
And you don't have any of these big directors that can tell the studios where to go. I mean, like, because their names are so big, you know, it's like we're going to lose money if his name is not on this movie. Now they don't care. They don't want, kind of like in comics, they don't want somebody so big. They want to hire non-American artists for cheap.
CD-less people. Yeah.
They don't care about the material, the original source material.
Well, sometimes all they care about is whether or not you have a big social media following.
Yeah, right.
I'm not kidding.
I would think, BoobDan, that if you did a movie that you wanted to do, it would probably be like Night of the Living Dead with zombies.
Ooh.
No. I enjoy zombie stuff, but I have no desire to do a zombie movie.
Well, I mean, I guess
it would be a creature film. It would be like a creature film, like The Relic or werewolf movie or something like that. It wouldn't be werewolf movie, but it would be like a legitimate creature movie, like kind of like The Fly or something like that.
There you go.
A monster creature film.
Oh yeah.
Did you like Evil Dead though?
Yeah, I loved Evil Dead.
Yeah, that was quirky.
I don't think I could. I don't. I don't know if I have that in me, like that type of like thing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, the Universal universe never really took off, right? They did the Wolfman with and they did the Mummy.
Yeah.
They didn't get too
surprising.
far.
I don't know why. I don't know if it was the advertising in that movie, but I didn't think that Mummy movie was bad either.
Yeah, I rewatched that not too long ago. It's just I don't think it met expectations when you gender swap the Mummy. I don't know, and I don't think that was the total thing, but I mean, Tom Cruise out of his element. I don't know.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is in it.
Oh well, to me, I mean, how to me it comes down to this: a good movie and a great movie. Are you invested? Do you care about, even just a little, about the characters? I see a lot of movies going through the actions, and by the end of the movie, you still don't really care about the characters. I just wanted to have a good time. And I think there's more to movie making than just, did you have a good time? Entertainment.
Oh, there's movies I've watched that I would say are not good movies, but I enjoyed them.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I really enjoyed the Cruella de Vil movie, but I think it was a terrible movie.
Oh, did you?
I heard that was pretty bad. Yeah.
But I found it a lot of fun. The Cruella de Vil.
She's usually pretty good.
Who?
The Cruella movie.
Oh,
Cruella. Stone, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Once it was in the modern day when she was an adult, like I found the film really enjoyable.
Oh, okay. Huh.
But the setup was really like, I don't know, the casting was all weird and stuff. But like the later stuff where she was like fighting with like the lead designer and stuff, and she was doing these crazy designs and stuff, I thought was great. But it's not a great Cruella movie. It's a terrible Cruella movie. But it's for the movie that it is, though. If you don't look at it like it's really tied to 101 Dalmatians or whatever, that she's supposed to be that character, it's pretty fantastic, and it's visually really cool. It's like almost like a Tim Burton movie a little bit.
Okay.
Because the design quality of all the sets and stuff and everything are pretty amazing.
Oh wow!
But like I said, it's a terrible movie. It's a great terrible movie. Me and my wife laugh about it because every once in a while there's a movie we watch where we go, "This movie is horrible. I would never recommend it to anybody," but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and that was one of them. There was another one we saw that was like that, and I can't think of what it is right now. But
So
there's
it
been
might
at least
end up-
2 or 3 I've seen like that.
So it might end up on like Mystery Science Theater 3000 or something.
It could, yeah, because it has kind of that quality to it.
Oh.
I almost want to say like maybe Battleship was one of those type of movies.
I saw that. Yeah, it was bad, but yeah, it was kind of good.
Yeah, it's kind of mindless fun, but like fucking terrible for what it was supposed to be.
I didn't hear anyone say you sunk my battleship.
Yeah, it's true. They didn't have any line like that. What else did we watch that was
Every time I hear
terrible
Duel of
but great?
Fates, it sounds to my ears like the choir singing about Jar Jar. Oh yeah,
No,
that
let me
that
just-
theme song.
Hold on.
The Jar of Fate, the Duel of Fates. I remember that. The John Williams piece. The movie. Was it that? Or was that? Oh, it was more. Is it that one? Is it?
Yeah. That's what plays in my head every time I fire up my lightsaber.
Yeah. Well, fire up that lightsaber while we have this comment.
No. You
Yeah.
had to bring it up, didn't you?
Yeah. Excellent. Every time I hear the Duel of Fates,
turn off
it
the
sounds
light.
to my ears like the choir is singing about Jar Jar. Oh,
Okay, how about this?
yeah. Duel of Fates.
Yeah. Big swinging stick.
Darth Maul has the high ground.
Looks like it's bending and then
Rewinding a Star Wars saga, Episode 1, The Gungan Menace, Death Jar Jar, Darth Jar Jar. Excellent.
So I just asked the wife, and the last movie we saw that fit that category was the Meg 2.
oh,
Really?
I saw the first
A
one.
whole lot of fun. Like I would watch another one, and I'd watch it again, but not a great movie.
Not a
Okay.
great movie. How does it
Yeah,
compare
well,
with
like-
the first one? And your
It's on par with the first one, and if anything, it kind of ups the game a little bit. I think it's better than the first one, like for the fun factor. But like
Okay.
the plot line of it is so crazy, and like what happens in it is so off the wall that like, it's like you can't say like that was a good movie. It's like a serious old school B movie that is like on steroids, basically.
Now I kind of want to see it. That's a good
Yeah,
advertiser.
dude, and if you like creature features, it's a lot of fun
Yeah,
because it doesn't just have a giant sharks in it; it has like other monsters in it too.
Oh wow.
oh,
so it has
Yeah.
dinosaurs in it, right?
It's got dinosaurs and it's got some other stuff in it too that's not shown in the trailers.
oh, dude, I might see this one.
And there's like some like human villains in it that are like crazy evil and like doing like nutso stuff in it. But yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh,
I might check it out then. Sure.
Yeah,
Check it
if you remotely enjoyed the first one, you would probably get a big kick out of this one. Also,
I like
Jason Statham does a lot more like martial arts action stuff in this one.
Oh, good.
Oh, I
Yeah.
definitely would like to see the Meg too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's worth it. I enjoyed it a lot. We saw it in 3D.
First one.
Oh, 3D. Holy mackerel.
Mhm. I don't know
Hey,
if the sequel's available in 3D, but
I think if Goblin Girl is made to a movie, it should be 3D, right? I mean, like,
that would be cool.
For sure.
I had a concussion. Her boobs whipped in my face. That was a
Yeah.
good
Goblin Girl, the
Right.
Smothering.
The smothering.
Like,
Think
yeah.
about
If, like be 4D and just have like 2 large like fucking sandbags fly up out of the seat in front of you and slap you in the face.
That's right. Like, you know,
Yeah.
That's worth
Like,
my $10 right there.
that was the time that
Oh,
they did the
God.
movies like The Tingler, you know, where they had
The Tingler,
shape
yeah.
and kind of Universal and other places have adopted that where your seat vibrates or moves or something happens within the theater.
Smell-o-vision.
Jump scare, yeah.
Yes.
Scratch and sniff. I've wanted to do a scratch and sniff comic for a while, but you know,
Really?
just a matter
So
of
I guess I missed out big time tonight. They have Andrew Dice Clay is playing at
oh wow.
the Wiltern Theater. And my
Oh,
buddy's like,
oh.
they're giving out free tickets at the door so they can fill the house.
No
Are
way.
you serious? Holy
Yeah.
moly.
Wow.
Oh, dude.
I would
I
have
He was gonna
remember
invite me. He was gonna invite me, but he had gotten 2 tickets from like the house management, and
Uh-huh.
they didn't know where the seats were gonna be, and I'd had to buy a 3rd ticket for hockey if I went. So
Oh, yeah.
I was like, yeah, we're not doing that because we couldn't figure out where the seats were. But now I'm just like, holy shit.
I know. Andrew Dice Clay, the Dice Man.
Yeah, I mean that's only
Oh.
about 40 years off. You know, there's a lot of people don't know who he is, but
It's true. Late 80s, early 90s.
yeah, mid 80s. Yeah.
I even saw Fort Fairlane. I kind of like Fort Fairlane. I kind of like that movie.
If I was going to do,
Benny
I'd
Harlan.
probably do Weekend at Bernie's 3,
How would you do that? How would you
the
do
rigor
Weekend Birds?
mortis. You know, so
They maybe Bo Jiden should be in it.
I'm glad
taken it.
I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed the first one, and I
too.
like the second one, the sequel. I just wish
Second
they
one's
had
like-
done a
It's
third
gonna-
one. I thought,
It's gonna turn into Weekend at Bernice's. Put a chick in it.
Yeah, that's right. It'll probably be that Melissa McCarthy as the
Yeah. Oh my god.
probably will.
see, you need to go back. Goblin Girl, of course, because BoobDan's here, but also Nephilim Squadron. 18th is going to close out.
Mhm.
Help HexAllen pay his electric bill.
Yes. Let's show
It's
it
another
again, Hex.
freaking California brownout out there, obviously.
Yeah. California Brown.
Help him
Yeah,
pay
I
his
think-
electric
Strain
bill.
of marijuana.
I think if I had to pick a franchise film, I think I would probably want to do another Alien movie.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh, that'll work.
that would be so impossible because Neil Blomkamp, who's was red hot, super popular, wanted to do one, and
Mhm.
Ridley Scott pulled the brakes on that and was like, nope, that's not happening.
Oh wow.
So
There's so many
it would never happen.
ways you could go with that. You know, that's
Yeah. Well, I would do something that was I would do Space Marines again because I think everybody wants to see Space Marines sort of involved story, and I would have it. I would try and have it closer to the original Alien film.
was the sci-fi movie. Was there one called Wing Commander that had?
Yeah, that
Yes.
was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I
don't like
enjoyed
that?
it as a
Okay.
kid. I remember enjoying it, but I tried to watch it again recently, and I was like, "Oof, this is bad."
Yeah, that's got Freddie Prinze Jr. in it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a sci-fi channel movie. It's like
Yeah.
that quality.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
something you remake.
You know,
Right.
the first
wasn't
thing
that
that
big
keeps
a fan of
popping
that.
into my head is to remake Flash Gordon, but
Mm.
that's such a classic, the way it is. But if
Yeah.
you could pull it
Yeah.
off to
That's Alex
Yeah.
Ross's favorite movie. He calls it a rock opera.
yeah.
How you
yeah,
going to
I agree.
remake it unless you use the original Queen soundtrack?
Mm.
You gotta have it in there.
You know, boom, boom,
And there's
boom, boom,
nobody
boom,
like
boom.
Queen today.
Flash.
That's where all the
No.
energy of the music. I mean, of the film was in the
The music.
music, and
Mhm.
Highlander is hot
Yeah.
made better
Queen.
because of the Queen music.
Yeah.
I agree. It's a great movie.
Of course, I like Queen. If you hate Queen, you probably hate those movies.
Well, I'm more of a Sparks man myself.
Aren't they
when it
going to
comes
remake Highlander?
Yes.
I hope not. Are they?
Henry Cavill's in it. They're shooting it now.
Yeah, that's going to suck.
Wait,
I don't know.
what is it?
I think it could be good.
I hope
Henry
it'll be good.
Cavill is lead producer on it, so
I hope it
Okay.
will be good.
He's pretty
Hope so.
pretty big on making
Right.
stuff that works.
Wait, what did you say they're remaking again?
Highlander.
Highlander.
Oh,
There can be only one.
that's a
Henry
rough one.
Cavill. Henry Cavill's the lead, and he's like the producing it and everything.
Who's gonna
So-
play Kurgan? I wonder.
This may be the last BoobDan artwork he does for Nephilim Squadron. You better grab it today.
Grab it while it's
Grab
hot,
both of them.
everybody. Yes.
Grab a pair.
Squeeze both of them.
Squeeze
Yes.
those melons.
Buy
Pinch
2
it
of
out.
them.
Pinch it out.
Pinch it out.
Give this book a good
Yes.
motorboating.
Good.
This book has boom boom.
Yes, absolutely. Boobers
Yeah.
for your money. Go
And
buy
I
it
can
today.
guarantee it's going to be a great story. A lot of fun, great characters, and it moves well. The pacing spot on, I think.
Nephilim
At least that's what Brian
Squadron
Kreisgau says.
Volume 2 out soon. The Smothering
The smother.
Make it happen.
Yes.
with another
Ah.
BoobDan cover.
I would definitely buy that.
Oh my God, Rex! Where do you
Okay.
get these lines?
Well, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks.
Wrap it
Thanks,
up.
of course, Hex.
Yeah,
Dan, it's a pleasure meeting you. I mean, live, man. I've been wanting to meet you, and thank you for coming in, my friend. Oh, is he away? Oh,
Are we talking to me?
yeah. I'm saying thank you
Oh,
for
yes.
showing
Oh.
up, man.
Yeah, no
That's
problem. I saw the thing in there and I was like, oh, I'm gonna hop on there real quick.
That's very nice of you to show up, man.
Thanks
so
for
much.
showing up,
No
Dan.
problem.
Yeah,
I
I like to have
appreciate
you on
it.
again sometime. You know, you're
Whenever
really cool.
you let me know when you're doing it, and hopefully I'll be available. I'm more available right now than I had been in the
Okay.
past. So
Oh, thanks. That's
Very
really
good.
cool of you.
Good to talk to you,
Awesome.
Dan.
All right.
As
Alrighty.
always.
Great talking with you.
Yeah.
You take care.
Hello,
Anyway.
ciao. Keep collecting.
Ciao.
all that good
Peace
stuff.
out. You
Yes.
guys have a wonderful,
Bye, chat.
wonderful
Check
weekend.
out Goblin Girl. Check
Take
out
care.
Nephilim Squadron. They're winding
Mhm.
down.
Winding down, folks.
And
Winding
gearing
up.
down.
2.5 more days.
I
So,
can't
you
wait
wanna
to see
refresh your screen?
HexAllen lose his mind over fulfillment.
Go ahead and refresh your screen and see if there's a difference there.
What
See
a
if he actually
difference
makes
a refresh makes, which is none.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure
Yes.
within. Yeah,
9
please
more.
like, subscribe, ring bell for notifications, and share this stream, everybody. Get some love in the Nephilim Squadron Volume 1. See if we can break
Thank
5K so we can get the free print. That's why I like
Yes.
the free
Man,
print.
It's been in demand for like
Michael
2 years.
T.
Let's go.
2 years into
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
exactly. Nothing
No,
wrong with that.
no. I mean,
Yeah. All right,
Hmm.
folks. You have a beautiful, blessed rest of the week. We see you at Rex Hex and Apex November 25th with Horror Mike showing up. Going to be a great show. Have a
Yeah.
happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you in the
Yeah.
next video or another
that. Happy
live stream.
Thanksgiving. What the hell?
Collecting and shell for now.
Ciao.
Later. Leaders, bro.